Hey guys, Dylan from Noble Records coming at you with another video. I hope that's not too loud. Got a record playing on this one. This is Jackie McLean, Action, Action, Action. Just got this. I'll go over this in a minute. But as I was getting ready for this video, like right as I was about to push record, my neighbors started mowing their grass. And I was like, dadgummit. And they're not even that close. They're like, I can't even really see them, but I can hear them. And it's just like a little bit of a buzz. And I'm like, dang it. So anyways, so to save you from the buzz, I've got some Jackie McLean playing. Had a really good week. Haven't done a heavy rotation in like 3 weeks. But I did that trip to Asheville a couple weeks ago when I went and saw Witch. That's what I put that on my main channel, but I just posted like all the record stores I went to in Asheville and the things I found. So if you didn't see that, that's on my main channel. So check that out. But also, I don't really promote my business on this page because there's no point. But just did a Whatnot auction last week. It was a blast, man. It was so much fun. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's this app called Whatnot. They do live stream auctions on there, kind of like some of the video live streams that you see people do on Facebook and stuff. But it was so much fun. It was really good, and I ended up selling like 96 records. Got them all shipped the next morning. They're all out already. So it was a lot of fun. And I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to do it every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. And it was great. I think we had like almost 500 people at one point on there on the stream, which was pretty great. So anyways, had a lot of fun. But this video, I'm just going to show some of the stuff I found the past few weeks. I know there's more. I got a whole crate of stuff really, but it's just the stuff that was more notable to me. Sometimes things come in the shop that I want to keep, and I just want to listen to them before I, just to decide if it's something I really need to put in my collection. So a lot of that stuff is around too, but there's just some stuff I made a point to keep. So I've got a lot of jazz in this video. It's not even that I've been focusing more on jazz than I normally do, but haven't bought any online. It's just stuff I found in person that's really cool. So we'll get to the jazz a little bit later. But I've got some rock stuff that's pretty cool too, so it's probably gonna be all mixed in here. But been really into like prog and stuff, which I always am. But here lately, I've been getting some good stuff, and I have a friend Brian over at Dumb Records in Springfield, Illinois. He sent me this. He got this like a year ago. It's Jonesy, No Alternative. Really good prog record. This is an original UK press on Dawn. But he got it in the shop, and I was like, dude, how much do you want for that? I need that record. And he's like, I'll let you know. And then he never let me know. He was wanting to listen to it for a while, and he's like, I might just send it to you. And I was like, okay, whatever. I don't care. It's an expensive record, so I don't expect you to just send it to me. I'll pay for it, And then I kind of forgot about it. And then the mail came last week, and it was in there. Sorry, I'm turning it down. I've got a fancy Macintosh remote. But anyway, so really cool. No Alternative, really good. Like it's got like folky parts, got some proggy parts, but really cool stuff. This is one I got a long time ago. Probably, well, I say a long time ago, probably like 6 months ago. I know I was at another house at that point, so it's probably 6 months ago. But this is called Gobschnitt. But this is on the Brain label. This is a krautrock, I believe. On the original Brain label, really good stuff. And so a lot of this stuff, like the original like Brain German pressings or whatever, they can get pretty pricey. But there's some that aren't too pricey. I think this one you can get for like 40 or 50 bucks. If you find one on Discogs or something, they're not that expensive. But it's like if you like that type of stuff, this is a good one to get that you don't have to pay hundreds of dollars to get. It's a really good one. Gatefold, all that. It's a beautiful record. But I've had it for a while. And it's just been in my box to listen to before I keep, before I stow it away. Got this. This might seem lame, but this is a Stones Some Girls original promo copy. I did not have a copy of Some Girls in my collection just because I get them so often. And I don't really listen to the Stones all that much, especially kind of this era of the Stones. I don't listen to a lot. But it's a great album, and I've been wanting to get just like a really clean original copy or something. But this one's really clean and it's a promo, so it kind of checked all the boxes. It's got the sticker and everything too, so that's a nice one. And then this one also came from the same collection, Honky Tonk Heroes, and it's a promo, so that's a great one. Sorry about the interruption, had a phone call. All right, so this is one I got a while ago. I've probably showed it a dozen times, but it's called Tractor. Really good UK prog, like acoustic. There's some like folk numbers and then a lot of prog numbers on there too. It's on Dandelion Records, which is John Peel's label. But before this band, Tractor, this is a freaking killer record. Some really great guitar solos and stuff on there. This is one called The Way We Live. Same two guys on both records. So they started with this. This is the band that they started this band in 1966. Never could get signed, whatever. And I think John Peel heard one of their demos or something and liked it. And so he issued this in 1971. That one in 1972. But yeah, he loved it, but he kind of thought the name needed some work, you know. And so they were at John Peel's farmhouse, and they were trying to think of a name. And then John Peel looked out the window, and there's a tractor, and he's like, "What about Tractor?" And they're like, "Okay." So that's the name of how they changed it to Tractor. But really good stuff. And this one's just as good, I think. But yeah, that's one to track down. And a friend of mine, his name's Chris Conklin. Really nice fella. He doesn't have a YouTube channel or anything, but he's just a nice dude that we kind of swap every once in a while. But then he always just sends me stuff. Like, he sends me gifts all the time. So I've got a humdinger. Chris, if you're watching this, I've got a really killer album I'm going to send him. It's going to blow his freaking mind next time he opens this mailbox. Well, I haven't shipped it yet, but it's coming. I've got it. Anyway, I like doing like stuff like that because it's like you're not really exchanging money or whatever, but then like you end up sending really killer records and trying to outdo each other to where you're both getting killer stuff. It's a great way to do it. Anyways, this one, Ramp, Come Into Knowledge. Really killer funk record. I've been looking for this forever. I had a reissue for a long time. I still have it somewhere. But man, this is a freaking fantastic record. I love it so much. And I've been looking for one for a long time. Here's a promo. A really nice guy on Instagram had one for sale at a reasonable price, and so could not resist. Had to grab. Let's see. Another nice fella named Chris. This is Chris McGee, aka Tree McGee. He's got a YouTube channel called, I think it's called A Supreme Love. But we swap records every once in a while, and I got these two from him. This Ride Nowhere. This is an original press. It's got that embossed like raised text on the ride, but really good like shoegazy indie rock. He has an original press, super hard to find. And then this PJ Harvey Dry I got from him as well, original pressing. Really cool. Then I got another jazz record I'm going to show from him as well later on in the video. Bonnie Light Horseman. I talk about them all the time, but really good kind of indie acoustic band. Just amazing. Their first album, it's got like a picture of a horse's head on it, and it's amazing. One of my favorite records. I think it came out in 2020, but one of my favorite records of that year. Really good stuff. And then this is their follow-up, which I didn't even know they were coming out with another one. And as I was ordering my new releases, I was like, oh crap, there's a new Bonnie Light Horseman record, and this one is really, really good as well. So it's like folky, acoustic, singer-songwriter type stuff, really good. Was in Walmart the other day, and they had a record that I've been wanting at Walmart. I know, at Walmart. Creed's Greatest Hits. Not all Walmarts have them. So every time I go in Walmart, the only place you can get this is at Walmart. So every time I go into a Walmart, which isn't that regular, you know, I don't like feeling like I'm gonna get stabbed, so I don't go to Walmart very much. But I was in Walmart and I moseyed on back to the vinyls section, and here this bad boy was, and I was like, yeah. And this is done by Kraft, so it sounds incredible. And you know, whatever. I know you guys make fun of me for liking Creed. I don't care what you think. They're reissuing My Own Prison like in a month or so. Kraft is. Kraft's doing the Lord's work, man. Great stuff. This one came in a collection. This is Simply Saucer by Cyborgs Revisited. Or no, this is Simply Saucer is the name of the band, and Cyborgs Revisited is the name of the album. But this was, I believe, if I got the story right, this was recorded in 74-ish. And then it was released, I think, in 89 on vinyl. I don't know the full backstory. I'm sure there's a really great backstory behind it. But this is a reissue on like Splatter. This is crazy, nasty, like raw, high energy, psychedelic acid rock, and it's freaking amazing. I'm telling you, this is mind blowing stuff. I really, really liked it. I'm tempted to rip this Jackie McLean off and put this on. It's so good. This is one called Green Sounds, Music for Plants. I don't know a lot about it, but I got it from a friend of mine. I really like the Plantasia record, and this one has similar concepts. But really good, like smooth, jazz, funky, instrumental stuff. But really cool record. This one I got. Somebody brought it in trade in the shop, and I thought it was cool, so I kept it. This is Daniel Donato, Cosmic Country and Western Songs. And it's autographed by the whole band. Daniel Donato is a guitar player. He's kind of made a name for himself on Instagram. He like posts all these videos, but he's got this like country rock guitar solo thing. It's kind of like Billy Strings, but he just does electric, and really, really, really good stuff. If you've not heard of him, but it's more on the country side as Billy Strings, more on the bluegrass psychedelic side. But this is really cool, like very influenced by Jerry Garcia, Grateful Dead type stuff, but really cool. This is like a clear vinyl. But yeah, if you look him up on YouTube or Instagram to see some of his guitar licks, but the dude shreds, man. Killer stuff. This is another one from my friend Chris Conklin, the guy that gave me The Way We Live. He gave me this this Townes Van Zandt. I ran on a conga drum. This is the Townes I've been missing, so he's got like a running tab of what I need, I guess, with Townes Van Zandt. He's also a Townes Van Zandt fanatic, so he sent me this one. It's a rare one. It's hard to find. So very nice gift from him. I got a lot of gifts in this one. I don't really get a lot of gifts, but here lately I've gotten quite a few. So let's see. I'll put that with the others. Found this one at freaking Goodwill. Didn't know anything about it, but this is called Ichthus, and this is what's the name of the record? If you want to look it up, it's called Messiah College Music Ministry. I don't know. I'm gonna put this on Find This Record because there's no recording of it anywhere. But this is like a Christian folk psych church record, and it's like pretty cool. It's worth a little bit, not a lot, but I got it at Goodwill. It's pretty dope. I haven't bought a record at Goodwill lately. Haven't bought a record at Goodwill lately. I got this Monster Magnet. Oh my gosh, killer. So Monster Magnet, they just put out like a record of covers like pretty recently, and it's just like blowing my mind. And I've been trying to get this one for a while. It's called Super Judge. A friend of mine had one for sale maybe 6 months ago for $100, and I was like, it seems a little high. And then since then, I've been really kind of looking for one, and can't find one for under $100. So I was like, dang, I should have bought that one. But I got this one for under $100 on Discogs, so it's a pretty sweet little deal. Great shape. What else should we do here? This is one called Whir, Distressor. Whir is a really cool like shoegaze band. I had this record back in the day, and then when I sold all my records, I mean, how many ever times I sold it. But this is a really cool record, and the wax is nuts. And this is the exact same variant I had back then. And I heard a story that with this variant, one of the trucks that was carrying half of the load of them ran off the road and caught on fire or something. And so there's only half of So it's like super limited. I don't know that that's true, but that's what I was told. But anyways, that cover is just killer. This dog just sitting in front of all these amps. But just really heavy, like, shoegaze instrumental stuff. Pretty cool. I like it a lot. We're going to get into some jazz here. Hope you wore your jazz pants. I know I did. Here we go. Sorry. So, one more before the jazz hits. This one is called Mosaic of the Orient. And it's from, where's this freaking thing from? Greece? But it's just like this Greek instrumental, like real Eastern sitar-y little instrumental thing. It's really, really cool. It's psychedelic too. It's real psychedelic. Very cool record. But a friend of mine, Lonnie, I talk about him probably every video. Lonnie gets a name drop, but Lonnie's a really good dude, and he goes around to yard sales and flea markets and crap like all day, every day. He kills it. He always finding cool stuff. Always finding cool stuff. He's the one who found my DR Hooker record. Really cool stuff. So anyways, he found this at a yard sale. He brought it in the shop and sold it to me, which I'm very grateful. That's a really cool record. And then he found the Jackie McLean, Action, Action, Action. Now this is this was during the crossover between with like all the labels turning over to Liberty pressings. So a lot of these that are original pressings that people consider original pressings will be the same original year. Will have a Liberty pressing on it. When I say that, I mean like the around the label here, it'll have the Liberty Records information there. This one, it doesn't have it. So like the explanation of that, like records that are in this year, like 66-ish, they would have all the labels like pre-printed with the addresses on there, and they would just use those until they ran out, and then they'd replace them with the new ones, so they didn't want to waste labels, I guess. And so like the earliest ones will have the right, like the old address on it, and then it'll be the same pressing, but they'll have that transition Liberty. So sometimes the jackets are a little different, sometimes the labels are a little different. So you can have a first pressing and it have a different label and a different jacket, and it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell sometimes. And they didn't realize back then that there would be all these anal record collectors like, well, does it have the address on the deep grooves only on one side, and it's got the stereos, a little different logo, but the port, like, and that's how it is. And people try to figure out like which pressing is. And it's the same pressing, but the labels, they were switching it out halfway through the pressing type thing. So that happened back then. They didn't think anybody would care. And they should, but we do because we're nuts. So anyways, that's this one. But this one is the very first possible iteration of the sleeve and the label. It doesn't say Liberty Records on any of it. So really cool record. Amazing, dude. I love this record. That's what's been playing. Real hard bop, but a little bit out there. Just a little bit out there. I love it so much, man. This is out of all these, this is the one I'm almost most excited about. It's really good. But I've been after this one for a while too. So Lonnie found that at a thrift store and found this. He found like 20 Blue Notes at a thrift store. Never happens to me. But anyways, this is like a second pressing. Larry Young, Unity. They just did a classic series of this recently. Blue Note Classic, they're like $30 reissues. They're killer, but you got to get this one. I've got 20 sitting at the shop you can grab, but yeah, it's a fantastic record. Got some more jazz coming up. I might have to flip this wax. I think that's the last song. I'm gonna throw on, since we listened to jazz while we talked about rock. Let's listen to rock while we talk about jazz. I'm gonna throw this bad boy on. See what you think. Yeah, listen to this. Anyways, you'll hear it. It's in the background. It's this Simply Saucer Cyborgs Revisited. So anyways, Lonnie found all three of those last records I showed. I got this one in the house collection. I bought a house full of records. I didn't buy the house, I just bought the records. But this is a really clean Lou Donaldson Say It Loud. Grabbed it. Here's another one I got from Tree McGee. Blue and Sentimental, I Quebec. OG Blue Note. Beautiful stuff. I've been on Blue Note tear lately. Wanting to get all of them. All them Blue Notes. This one I got a while back. I don't know if I ever showed. When Farmer Met Grice. It was an original pressing. It's really, really clean. Been loving it. This is the one on the Black Jazz label. Kelly Patterson, Maiden Voyage. Got this one in a trade recently, and it's a nice one. Really nice one. Let's blow through these. Got a little short stack here, Jazz. Got this is a second pressing of Miles Davis Quartet. Well, this is the South Washington address. It's not the 50th, so it's like a second or third, but amazing stuff. Would love to have a first one of these days. This is a tone poet I didn't have. Bobby Hutcherson Oblique. It's got Herbie on it. Joe Chambers on it. This is the SRX of Art Blakey Moanin'. The SRX is like an audiophile version, like super quiet vinyl, really great sounding album. This is one called the Cape Verdean Blues. This is a Liberty pressing of this, but this is a Horace Silver Quintet plus J.J. Johnson. Blue Note, great stuff. This is another Horace Silver, the Tokyo Blues. Great stuff. Lee Morgan, 1557. This is the Classic Records pressing. And this one is the Music Matters of Lee Morgan Candy. Yeah, that's a cool one. This is one I've been wanting for a long time. This is My Point of View, Herbie Hancock. This is the Blue Note Tone Poet. Fantastic. Would love to have an original of this, but the Tone Poet I missed out on. So somebody sold me a like jazz reissue collection. I had a bunch of Blue Notes I didn't have it already. So listen to this. Alright. Last but not least is this Freddie Hubbard Red Clay. This is a face melter. When I first opened the shop, I remember these were going for like $10. And now they're going for like $40, $50. Just, I guess people figured out how crazy they were. Really, really great sounding record. But you can still find them pretty cheap. Anything on that CTI label's usually a banger. So, recognize! Anyways, some good stuff, but I've been kind of wanting to wait to do this because I've got a box coming of just crazy stuff from somebody, kind of a new seller that I just met who has like a just insane collection of stuff he's getting rid of. So that'll be next week. I'll do that. I think the box is coming in like tomorrow. So anyways, we shall see. But thanks for watching, and if you have Whatnot or you want to get Whatnot, sign up with my link. I'll put it in the description. You get a $15 credit towards your first purchase. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun. And even if you don't buy anything, it's just fun to sit and watch. I mean, because I'm talking about records the whole time just like this, but I'm auctioning them off as we go, so it's pretty cool. But anyways, thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next time.